A man say, I don't take back nothing that I said when I dissed him. Even though we did, I read out thread because I miss him. Hit that like button, man. I've been taking shots at high tech, don't want no Percocets. 10 niggas on 1 pound, how you gonna work with that? I do anything in the world to get my salon. What's up? What's up? What's up? To get my circle back. Bulletproof the something 40 yards was on the first with that. Man, what's up with Trenches News, man? Tony Banks. Fuck it is. Yo, my man Alvin gave us some bad news earlier, man. So earlier today, I read a supposed to be a text thread. Q to Don. Edward G man. I read a text thread that said, let me show y'all what the text thread said. JB. It's about O.T.I. Vonnie, man. It's about O.T.I. Vonnie. And it wasn't true. The album. I can't take your word no more. We is back. What's up, 2800? Yeah, man. Nah. That shit ain't true, yo. Because look. On the post, you can see his logo, Trenches News logo is right here at the bottom right hand corner. That's Trenches News logo right there, man. What's up, Kiko? Now, I don't know if Vonnie right or not, and I kind of figured this sounded a little flawed. 5 to 7 years for a murder for hire? I don't know. That shit don't really sound true. You know what I mean? 32 base for M. For H, max is 43, which is life. 2 points for plea, 1 point for early plea, 2 points for no background. 27 points is 5 to 7 years. That man ain't getting no 5 to 7 years, man. Now I don't know if he a rat or not, but this text thread is for Gazy. Yeah, but that's the statement. And you know he testified in 2 cases too. Before it's all said and done, case so far, I'm gonna be a 4-time rat. You know what I mean? He testified in 2 cases. Snitching ass nigga. I should have changed the title, yo. The black people gotta start getting on gotta start doing jury duty, man. Cause that's what really needs to be done, y'all. We gotta start doing jury duty. I just want to go through some of this Instagram shit. Look at this. So with Sean Cotton doing Rock Nation doing promotion? Rock Nation paying Sean Cotton for promo? Cause what the fuck is this? Rock Nation is trusted by some of the biggest names in entertainment. Alicia Keys, Rihanna, Meg Thee Stallion, Uzi Vert, Christina Aguilera, The Lox, Benny the Butcher. Like, yo, what the fuck is Sean Cotton? What Sean Cotton got going on over there, man? He working with Rock Nation? Because lately, Rock Nation don't seem like they too trusted to me. If I'm being totally honest. Like, who paid you to post this, man? In addition to sold out arena tours of Meg, Uzi, and Rock Nation Management led by Vince, Vice Chairman, co-founder Jay Brown, and Desiree Perez, has navigated multiple huge partnerships and establishments of branded companies, notably the massive Finney. Like, yo, this nigga crazy. Sean Cotton is out of control, man. Rock Nation, scrambling and scraping. Rock Nation scrambling and scraping right now. So Agent Zero saying he gonna snitch. Check Agent Zero out. Oh, say he telling on everybody. He ain't going to jail.
Don't spend all my lawyer money. Hey, do you need a lawyer if you plan on snitching? I mean, no, I just need questions. Like if I want to save money, just you know what I mean, just like you don't need money if you gonna snitch, right? That's just dumb, right? That's pointless. Somebody said, don't spend all my lawyer money.
That nigga, and that bitch playing the game. Yo, I'm sick and tired. Yo, these niggas trying to do everything. I'm sick and tired of these niggas, yo. These niggas like him and the rest of them, all these podcasters and rappers doing, these niggas is in the way, man. They in the way. They fucking it up. They fucking it up, yo. They turn YouTube to the rap game. That shit is fully controlled. You feel me? And the reason why they paying these guys is because they fully controlled. You know, they already know the game. They know the plays. They know what to say, know what not to say. So we rather pay these niggas and prop them up to the top instead of paying somebody real and authentic and bringing in some fresh blood. They don't want to do that. I'm about sick of these niggas. This nigga Gilbert Arenas is streaming. He podcasting. God damn, bro, you ain't making enough money off basketball? Like, yo, want you... I mean, I'm sure you got some businesses to run. Like, oh, these niggas is just... Shit is out of control, y'all. It's out of control, man, with this the way things going now. Every other day, a rapper coming out with a podcast. You got Fat Joe Lioness and Jada Kiss. Like, yo, this shit is crazy. It's crazy, yo. Who's next? Two Chainz do this shit with his son. With T.I. and tried podcasting. Like, god damn. Like, you niggas ain't got enough money. Like, once you take that money and you know, put it into something more lucrative. No, but they want to run and control the internet so they can control the narrative. That's really all it's about. Keep telling y'all how important the narrative is. Drizzy gang, my nigga, what it is. And know what's crazy, right? This how powerful. Y'all remember this girl? Bobby Altoff announced that she's officially ended her podcast. So she ended her podcast, right? And the crazy thing about it is, when she first came on, immediately everybody called her a plant. Everybody called her a plant. And this is what I be talking about, how, yo, the people really can, yo, we really move the needle. But the people got to pay attention to what the fuck is going on. She was able to be spotted immediately. Yo, but we got to start following, we got to start spotting the black ones, man. You know what I mean? We got to start spotting the black ones. Get them out of there before they, like the Charleston Whites. Get them out of there before they reach the level that she reached. Yo, this girl came on YouTube and in 2 years, ran up 1.5 million followers. Now her numbers is declined.
At the end of the day, she was good, and I'm going to miss her, and I'm gonna miss. I will miss doing this podcast, and I will miss the money this podcast brought me. As you guys know, this podcast started off just with a girl with a dream to make more money, and I knew when I started that it was going to go places. I didn't know I would fall off as quickly as I did, to be honest. I did think this was going to last a bit longer. But nevertheless, it lasted a minute, and I'm proud of the accomplishments I have, and I'm pretty sad that it has to end like this, but it's okay. Things in life happened. Everything in life happens for a reason, or mostly everything. Kind of not everything. Some things happen in life for a reason. But let's go down memory lane.
Yo, but that just goes to show you, yo, how powerful the people is. If y'all remember, yo, when she was getting posted, she was on everything. All like typically black social media sites. You know what I mean? Hollywood Unlocked, Neighborhood Talk, Say Cheese. Like everybody was posting this girl. We was like, yo, where the fuck did she come from? Like, what have she done to deserve to be, you know, to be put on this level, on this pedestal? But you go to the comments, everybody like, I don't trust the shared plant. And eventually her numbers diminish. But that just goes to show you how powerful we is as the consumer, as the people. You know, we really control the narrative. But we gotta stop allowing them to just give us people. Cause that's what they do. As long as they just giving us people, it's gonna be hard for real people to slide through the cracks. I mean, because we've been bombarded with plants. You know what I mean? People that's working with the system. People that's getting put in a position. They're not working to get there. Like, oh, she didn't work to get where she was at. Like, yo, how the fuck you get to 2 million subscribers in 2 years, man? In 2 years, pop up with Drake interviews. Just all these different people that if I was to try to get them, they'd fucking charge me an arm and a fucking leg, man. You know what I mean? The money that they're going to be charged is going to be unreachable. You heard me? But I thought that was funny. And not funny because of who she is. Just funny because it goes to show you, yo, that, yo, we are the people, yo, we control what's hot versus what's not. I'm talking about black people. You know what I mean? They tried to push this girl into the urban category and motherfuckers rejected her. Just like how people rejected 6ix9ine when he first came home. But I don't think that we fully understand the capabilities of us and what we bring to the table and how we are the culture. Not even just black culture, fucking American culture. You feel me? In order to get these people where they gotta go, they damn near. In order to get these people where they want them to be, they gotta go through the black community. Mandatory. That's what it looks like anyway. Damn near I ain't gonna say mandatory because some people ain't do it, but it's damn near mandatory that in order to get to a certain level of success, you gotta be accepted by black people. And that's what they tried to do with this girl, but it ain't work. It ain't work. What else I wanted to show y'all? So BG responds to a troll about Cash Money. That's how that shit go, bro.
Man, come on, man. They ain't do nobody wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? Did they self wrong, man? You hear me, man? I ain't even gonna speak on that, man. You hear me? Because, you know, I ain't really...
That's fucking pretty bad. Stupid some days. I guess I ain't really say too much. Turk fucked herself up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody, man. You hear me? But, yeah, man. You know, it be like that sometimes, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is, man. You hear me? Everything gonna be alright, though. You know what I'm saying? It'll be alright. It'll be alright, you hear me? I know one thing. I'm gonna be here with that bag. Period. You hear me? Wow. What's up, Big Corey? You know what I'm saying?
So
Come on, man. Can't do
that's his
nobody
BG
wrong,
response
man.
to Turk. Turk said he ain't kicked off the tour.
Did they self wrong?
Turk was just kicked off a certain. He said he just was kicked off a certain leg of the tour. that wasn't promoted through Live Nation, but I guess we'll see. You know, I ain't like the fact that Turk was kicked off the tour either. Yeah, Drizzy. Motherfuckers definitely been peeping. Man, Byron Blake, man, came back to the internet. He's saying somebody putting the police on him. And I ain't gonna lie, shit do look a little strange. But let me hold up before I get to that. We gotta dive into this. Y'all remember I covered this case a while ago? I think he was the shooter. All of these was friend. All of them was friends, right? And they was living like a rural town. I think in the Georgia some motherfucking way. And they went on a robbing spree, and eventually they end up killing these two. I think it was one more though. I think it was three of them. Three friends killed another three friends.
And I'm not. I promise you, I'm not.
Yeah, we gotta go through that. We gotta go. What's the name of that? We gotta go through that right now before we get to any fuck shit, cause this matters. Charge Christopher Atkins. Let's see. Christopher Atkins. Change sentence in triple murder. Let's go through this. It was in Florida.
For years, McKeesport's wastewater system faced uncertainty. Pennsylvania American Water's 20...
But see, again, this is the human nature thing that's irksome. We don't know. We don't live in that home. We don't, there are women who have been married to serial killers and they had no idea, right? So for us to say, well, she should have known, or I don't think we can even go there. I think it is
distraction. That is Senator Lindsey
required by statute. I think that would finish off that case. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
I have to weigh the fact that he's far under 18. He's far closer to where.
Now all of them was kids, y'all. All of them was kids. I think the oldest one was like 15 years old, and they was out this bitch robbing people. And so I don't know how they end up killing their friends. Yeah, but it was a wild story. It's on my page. We ready to go back through it though.
Who were killed? They were all doing something that night they probably shouldn't have been done, but that does not in any way justify being killed. All right. So I'm not holding that against them anyway. That they were, out doing stuff, because it doesn't in any way justify a person being killed. The thing that's weighing the most for me is the age of the defendant, because he's only 12. I'm trying to think if in my time in Marion County since 1990, if we've had a 12-year-old charged with first-degree murder. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any. I do remember a 13-year-old in the early 1990s. But that case, quite frankly, was more egregious than this case. So to the extent that the legislature has determined that people under 18 can't get life in prison, I have to weigh the fact that he's far under 18. He's far closer to where it will be difficult to even impose adult criminal penalties on people realistically than he is to adulthood. But that doesn't mean he didn't know what he was doing was wrong. I'm sure he did. But he's far below 18, and he was with two older boys, all of whom were armed. And I guess the state is under the impression that his version is the closest to the truth as to what happened that night, or there's a couple different versions, and I've read them all, but his maybe closest to the truth.
I would say that's accurate. I
Okay.
mean, it's closest to the truth. I don't think it's entirely accurate, but I believe it's close.
Closest to the truth.
Yes.
Okay. But that puts him to where he's shooting his quarrel with the suggestion of either Mr. Roberts or Mr. Bruton, depending on which version you believe. Either way, one of them has just killed somebody. So I'm weighing all that together to take care of all the little things. In 23 CF 1864, he is a C defendant. He's going to be adjudicated guilty in count 3 of first-degree murder with a firearm. Adjudicated guilty in count 5 of robbery with a firearm. Adjudicated guilty in count 6 of tampering with physical evidence. In case 23 CF 1966, adjudicated guilty by battery by a detained person. In that case, the battery by detained person, he's going to be ordered to serve 16 months in the Department of Corrections with credit for 798 days. There's a $100 fine, $100 cost of prosecution, $100 cost of defense. He has to pay the 201, 151 surcharges that are required by statute. I think that would finish off that case. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
In the first-degree murder case, I'm going to bring it up here. He's going to be ordered to serve 40 years in the Department of Corrections. With 798 days credit. By statute, he has to have his sentence reviewed after 25 years because the state finds, based on his plea, based on the factual basis that was presented at the plea, and based on the testimony here, that he killed or attempted to kill the victim in count 3. I make that finding based on the evidence that was before the court. That
You're not going to believe what happened. Tell me everything. I'll show you on Monday.com. So I started the biggest initiative of the quarter. I did everything right. I used AI blocks to list all the tasks,
it'll be $100 to the attorney's office.
The fuck wrong with the goddamn video?
Defender fee of $100. The public defender application fee of $50. And that is in count 3.
And Judge, just for the record, that would be a mandatory sentence based on the language.
It's a 40-year sentence.
Yes.
Is it 40 years as a minimum mandatory? Thank you for correcting me.
Yes, sir.
The 40 years is as a minimum mandatory, which means he cannot serve less than 40 years.
Yeah, or that video is fucked up.
Not up to me. That's up to whoever's up to 25 years. I think right now it's maybe the Parole Commission, but no, I think it would come back to the trial court, right?
It would come back to the trial court, yes, sir.
Won't be on the bench in 25 years, I can tell you that. So I stand corrected. It comes back to a trial court, but it'll be someone other than me.
Dang. Gave Shorty 40 years.
Having some issues with our feed there, which is why we
But if
want
he's
to
not
take
released,
this
he'll
whole
have to stay.
thing full. This court hearing wraps up and family members are walking out. There is Christopher Atkins appeared to be blowing a kiss to family members there to support him. Robinson and Bruton, the two other teenagers who are charged in this, going to be sentenced tomorrow. I should clarify here. They pleaded no contest to 3 counts of murder, 1 count of robbery, and 1 count of evidence tampering. So they did not plead guilty. They did plead no contest to those. Their sentencing hearings tomorrow in Marion County Court. But today, a 15-year-old Christopher Atkins learning that he was just sentenced to 40 years in prison. Again, you did hear he does get credit for 798 days. That's a little more than 2 years that he has served already. But a big sentence there. So if he serves that that full 40 years, with him being 15 right now, 55 by the time he leaves prison. We're gonna take a break here on.
You ain't gonna know what the fuck happened in life when he ever come on.
We start with breaking news in the Ocklawaha murder case. A sentence of life in prison was just given to the second defendant, Taj Bruton. Christopher Atkins, Taj Bruton, and Robert Robinson are all charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death.
So they say he was the shooter. Y'all don't remember this case? I covered it on my channel. I got a video on it. I uploaded a video. They said, both of them say he was the shooter. He was 12. They even got interrogation room footage of these kids.
3 teenagers, Layla Silvernail, Michael Hodo, and Camille Quarles, and that was back in 2023. TV20's Kayla Lewis joins us live outside of the Marion County Courthouse. And Kayla, it was another day of emotional testimony from the victims' loved ones. Who was in the courtroom today?
The courtroom was not as packed today as it was yesterday, but family members and friends of all 3 of the victims showed up filling one side of the courtroom, and family members of Taj Bruton filled the other. Now, the family members of the victims wore shirts again today that had the victims' pictures on them, and today was the first day we heard from Michael Hodo Jr.'s family. The day started off with Michael Hodo Jr.'s father, Michael Hodo, providing a statement. This was read by a victim advocate. He told Judge Robert Hodges anything short of a life sentence would be an injustice to the 3 victims. He wishes the death penalty was on the table, but says the justice system is flawed. Next, Hodo Jr.'s stepmom provided an emotional statement. She talked about who Hodo Jr. was and how he and Layla Silvernail completed each other. She says the 3 victims' lives were taken by greed and jealousy, saying they discarded the victims like they were trash. After hearing from Hodo Jr.'s family for the first time, Silvernail's grandma spoke for the 2nd day in a row, breaking down in tears about the loss of her granddaughter.
I've been robbed of seeing Layla graduate, walk down the aisle, attend college, and become a mother. I have to watch her friends grow up without her. We will forever grieve.
Back in February, Bruton was sentenced to 20 years in prison, followed by 10 years of probation for an armed carjacking he committed in August of 2022. The defense called up Bruton's mother, grandpa, aunt, and grandma, who were all unaware of his criminal activity. His aunt apologized to the victim's family, saying everyone is losing something in this situation. And again, Taj Bruton was sentenced to life in prison for the murders of Layla Silvernail, Camille Quarles, and Michael Hodo Jr. At 1:30, the last defendant in this case, Robert Robinson, is scheduled to be sentenced, and we will be in the courtroom. Live in Ocala, Kayla Lewis, TV 20 News.
Yes, I said.
Let me tell you something about Taj. Taj tell you he's gonna do something, and you decide not to do it with him, then I probably would have died with them.
So were you afraid of Taj that night? Because
if I did not do what Taj wanted me to do, I would have died that night with them.
Taj is that bad?
Well, that was footage that TV20 obtained from the interrogation of Robert Robinson. He claimed Bruton forced him to kill the victims. He's the final defendant set to be sentenced today during his hearing at 1:30. And yesterday, the youngest defendant in the case learned his sentence. 15-year-old Christopher Atkins was sentenced to 40 years for a triple murder in Ocklawaha. That is in 2023. TV20's Kayla Lewis was there yesterday, and she tells us what he said in court.
Take your time.
An emotional day inside the Marion County Courthouse as 15-year-old Christopher Atkins was sentenced to 40 years in prison. He's eligible for a review after 25 years.
Three people got their life taken away for no reason.
Atkins addressed the packed courtroom, telling the victims' families he feels bad, but he never did say he was sorry.
I got a good soul, good mind, good heart. People think that I don't care. I do. I got a whole life ahead, and people don't think I care about the victims or their families. I do. I think about them, about them and how they feel and what they go through. I feel so bad. I feel so bad about them.
The state asked Judge Robert
That's
Hodges.
a damn shame. Shorty was 12 years old. His life over. Like, at that age, yo, you can't even imagine 50. You know what I mean? Like, yo, at 15 years old, yo, you can't imagine what 50 look like. Yeah, I gotta go back, because I don't think y'all remember this case. We gotta go back on this.
is to give Atkins more than the minimum 40-year sentence because he deliberately committed armed robbery knowing it was wrong. The defense pushed for the sentence he was given, saying he admitted to what he did and agreed to testify against the other two teens involved in this case, Robert Robinson and Taj Bruton.
When I'm really a good person, I want to be able to influence other people, do better in life, go places around the world, donate to places, cancer places, hospitals, all types of stuff, help the world as much as I can.
Family and friends of victim
No, the fuck he wasn't. He was 12. He was 12. He was 12. This one right here was 12 years old. These two was 15 and 16.
Love slots? The DraftKings Casino app's got you covered. Come to Papa. New players play 5.
Each and every one of them, in some shape or form, is associated with a gang. Basically, there is no honor among thieves. And at some point, these 3 individuals turned on our 3 victims and murdered them.
3 teens are brutally murdered. One was found on the side of the road, another in the trunk of a partially submerged car, and the third was barely clinging on to life. It was a disturbing scene, and what's more troubling is who was behind the vicious murders. 2 teens and a 12-year-old boy.
We are shocked not only are the victims juveniles, but the murderers are juveniles as well.
Be honest, baby, it's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better once you talk about what it is.
I wanna go to the interrogation. I guess they're gonna play it. Yeah, I did a video on this, man.
Say it. Just say it.
Now, years after the shocking crime, the suspects are a little bit older and are staring down years behind bars. Thanks for joining us on Law and Crime. I'm Elizabeth Milner. Christopher Atkins was just 12 years old when he was arrested and charged with murder. Now, instead of going on trial, he took a plea, and this week he learned his fate. But what possessed a 12-year-old to kill? Well, Law and Crime obtained his interrogation, which adds a whole nother layer to this case.
You strike me as someone that was possibly in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he's not lying. Reaper's down there. He's already said what he saw, what he heard. Okay? We already know these things. Like I told you before, I need to know what was in your head and what was in your mind and what was in your heart when these things happened.
A triple murder rocked the Marion County community in March of 2023.
You said it sounded like a gun, like a...
Yeah, it wasn't a loud
gunshot. I would say about 20, 30
This drill music murder.
It wasn't a loud gunshot.
They don't live in a dangerous part of town. They ain't got no reason to be living like that. They out this bitch robbing and shit. End up killing people for no reason. No fucking reason. This them drill music murders I be talking about. This is drill music influence. Motherfuckers just want to kill and shoot.
4 or 5, and I kind of blew it off casually, and then I just looked out my window because I did think it was strange with it, how late it was, and I saw the car run into the dumpster. And once I seen the car run into the dumpster, I stepped out my door, and I seen a man run out of the car down the road towards my yard, and I yelled at him, "What the fuck were you doing?" And then I seen him run back towards the car, take a minute, and I was calling him because it was his dumpster, and I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood.
Do you know what kind of car it was?
I didn't see what kind of car it is. A smaller car. I want to say it's a darker color, but I want to say it's a darker color, and it was a small car.
When deputies arrived on scene on March 30th of that year, they found 16-year-old Layla Silvernail near a dumpster. She was suffering from a gunshot wound to the head, clinging on to her final breaths. She was rushed to the hospital where she died from her injuries. Who would shoot a 16-year-old in the head and leave her body near the trash? We'll get more into that in a second, because investigators found another body, this one of 17-year-old Michael Hodo Jr. He was also found with a gunshot wound, this one in the back of his head, also found near the side of the road. So now we have 2 bodies. But you would think that it can't get any worse, right?
This is horrible,
That's until they
man.
found the body of another teenager, also with gunshot wounds. It was the body of 16-year-old Camille Quarles, who was found dead in the trunk of Layla's car, which had been submerged in a local lake. But who was behind this? According to investigators, the victims were with what turned out to be their killers earlier that day.
Now, the investigators were able to determine
this is a horrible
this group
crime,
of
man.
juveniles were involved in committing burglaries and robberies, which they referred to as a lick. Now, although we had out there that was gang related, we have nothing specific to say that it was any rivalry or anything to such that cause. But however, each and every one of them, in some shape or form, is associated with a gang. Basically, simple terms, there is no honor among thieves. And at some point, these three individuals turned on our three victims and murdered them. Two of them right there. They fled the scenes, but left a lot of evidence in their wake. Through the cooperation of the agencies that I previously mentioned and my office, we were able to begin compiling all of the evidence and finding these killers. Now, we were shocked, saddened by the violence, as all of my citizens, because we are shocked. Not only are the victims juveniles, but the murderers.
Like, you can't even ask them why they did this. I'm gonna go to the. They don't know why they did this. Neither one of them. Neither one of them. Go to the interrogation.
Are juveniles as well.
At the time of this press conference back in April of 2023, the sheriff's office said 17-year-old Robert Robinson, 16-year-old Taj Bruton, and a then baby-faced 12-year-old Christopher Atkins were behind it.
You guys are friends, right? I've talked to him down there, and he has been 100% honest with me and told me everything.
Yeah, because you don't think about consequences.
And a lot of the things he's telling me are pointing at Christopher.
But it's a lot more complicated than that.
I know that you didn't just go to sleep that Thursday night. I know that something happened. And that's what I want to talk to you about.
They can't tell you why they did it.
If you didn't have to talk about this in front of your mom, it doesn't matter. The reason I say that is because I've had people in here, and they're having their mom around makes them feel less likely to talk about things that their mom's going to get upset about.
You know, I don't care. I want you to talk, speak.
Right. I didn't know what the family dynamic is, and I know that's sometimes
regardless of what it is, it's still gonna be a problem.
Yo, look at this nigga, yo. Yo, shorty is a fuck. Look at his face, yo. It's a fucking child, man. Damn, shorty. It's sad, yo. On all avenues, for them, for the victims, for the families. Like, yo, this is a sad situation, man.
Just a question. We did execute, obviously, a search warrant at the house. We didn't just pull Christopher's name out of a hat. We didn't just pick your residence as somewhere we're going to do a search warrant. I wrote the search warrant. I send it to a judge. A judge says, oh, that's sufficient enough for me to sign and go look, search for things in a house. And there's people there right now. They're sending me text messages, pictures of things that I pretty much already know were involved in this incident that we're investigating. Reaper down there has been super honest.
Shit, I ain't standing up real long. I'm gonna go through these videos though.
To get comfortable with me, and he's told me everything down to details that only he would know, and that's involved in
nobody else would know.
Some of the details, he points the finger at you.
Yeah.
Well, you need to fucking tell. If you ain't do
now's
shit,
the time.
tell the whole fucking story. You know you left out of the house Thursday when I told you not to. That's why you're not saying you was home. When I told you don't leave out my house when dark time. Just because my room door closed on me, you leave out my house. Now you in a whole run of trouble.
And that's we're
and
past
you better
that.
speak.
We know
you better talk right now.
And we're past that. We know you
There
went
wasn't no
out. But we
fathers
need to
around
know.
in this shit either.
from the beginning, from your
When no
mouth,
fall was around.
what it was.
Now,
What was
is
the
the
plan?
time in this room, because when you walk out of the room, we just go off of the evidence we have.
And even though I'm asking you what the plan was, Reaper's already told us what the plan was that night. So we know what the original plan was. We know what happened, and then what happened after. Okay, so we know that, but we're asking you now to be honest, and to come forth and tell us what happened and why it happened, and that's why we're here. So what happened after KJ went to bed Thursday night?
So I went and he knocked on the window.
When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he? Okay, Reaper knocks on the window.
He knocks on the window. He said, "Come on, we finna go see some girls or something." Then we
called
went out.
And by the way, if you're wondering who Reaper is, that's the nickname for Robert Robinson. So Robert, aka Reaper, knocked on Christopher's window, and let's hear what else happened that night.
This girl and the boy picked us up. I don't know who the wood. This girl and this boy.
Describe to me what they look like.
It was, I think, a white girl and a white boy.
Okay, and what did they pick you up in?
It was a white car.
Okay, then what happened?
And then somebody came in the car. I don't know his name. It was like somebody in all black. He had something. And then he said, "We finna go see some girls." Then they was on the phone or something. And they was whispering each other ear. And we hit like a turn or something.
Who was whispering with who?
I don't know.
Reaper was whispering with this?
With somebody. I don't know who his name was. But then we got it. It was like a turn. And like when we got in the turn, it was a dirt road. And like all I seen was the other person on the other side raised a gun. He shot. And he shot the other person. And I took off and out the car, but then he told me to get in. Yeah, I got in.
Okay. So let's pause there so I understand everything. So Rob comes over, he knocks on your window, he says, "Let's go see some girls." You go out there and you said you see a white car and there's you said there was a white guy. What's the skin color of the girl?
White.
Okay, a white guy and a white girl. I'm a visual guy. Look, me, Detective Pender, I just drew a square. And here's the steering wheel. And here's one seat, here's one seat. Does the thing got a back seat? Some cars don't got back seats.
Yeah, it got a back.
Okay, got it. Can you mark where the white guy is?
What you mean white?
Where was he at in the car? You said there was a white guy? Put WG so I know it's a white guy there. All right, so the white guy is, oh, thanks, he's in the passenger seat. And where's the white girl? All right, so she's in the driver's seat. And put a C for your name where you're sitting at.
He's implicating.
Okay, and then you said
He don't
that
even realize what he's
Reaper
doing.
was in the car. Where's he sitting at? So Reaper's in the middle, and then you said there was a guy wearing all black. Can you draw an X where he's sitting? Got it. So you're saying that this guy wearing all black gets in, and then you told me that that somebody was looking at their phones or something. Who's looking at their phones? You said this guy. And then you said that the vehicle made a turn, and then you said this guy right here, he talked to me again about, did you say something about a gunshot?
No, like he raised a gun at the white guy, and then he shot it.
So the guy that you marked as an X, he raised the gun at the white guy, and you said he shot it? And then what happened after he did that?
And the other guy, and he shot the white.
The white girl, okay. Did he use one gun or two guns, or?
I think.
Describe to me what this gun looks like.
It was like a gun with, it was a weird looking gun, but it was like
Let's start at the color. What color was the gun?
black.
Okay. So he had a black gun. And he shot the white guy and then he shot the white girl.
I think so, yeah.
Tell me about what you heard before that happened. Were people talking? Well,
No, it was just like the car, like we was listening to loud music, and like the car turned down and we turned out, and all I heard was pow, then I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car and ran. And he said, get back in the car, and I seen the police. I was like,
Yeah, mother just sitting there letting him do that shit. She thinks she doing the right thing. But he shouldn't even be talking to them people.
What happened after? Now you said the car was turning, so was the car driving whenever they got shot?
No, it was just like it stopped, and then like it kept going. Like when I hopped out the car, it kept going.
Where did the car keep going when it kept going?
Like to a dumpster.
Christopher's statement lines up to what the neighbor who spoke with deputies said when she recalled the car crashing and seeing a man running. Well, we know this man was actually a boy, not even in his teens yet. But I mentioned earlier, there were 3 arrested: Christopher, Robert, and Taj, aka X-Man.
If you know more about this man, which I believe you do, let's put it that way. If you know more about this guy, I want to understand the reasons of why you're removing information, and how that makes you feel, and what happened. Because your feelings and how you felt are important to me. Okay, so this man right here, you said that he said get back in the car. Well, gee golly, there was 2 gunshots that were you just saw this happen. Mm-hmm. Why did you get back in the car?
Yeah, I got back.
Describe to me that when you got back in the car, specifically how you were feeling when you got back in.
I was scared.
Okay, and tell me more about that. Why were you scared?
Cause I didn't know what was going on until I seen what was going on. Mm-hmm. And I just.
Okay, so did you get back in the car?
Yes.
And where did you get back in the car? You said it crashed into something, right? Sorry, I'm not writing this down. I'm trying to do it by memory. Mm-hmm. It crashed into a
dumpster, right?
What happened when you got back in the car? Now it's got this. What's happening with these 2 people? Are they okay? Are they starting to are they okay? Or they're not okay?
They was out of the car.
How did they get out of the car? The white girl and the white guy.
He pushed them out.
He did what? He pushed them out?
Pushed them out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'd like to circle back to his identity. Let's get the full story first, and then we're going to talk more about the X-Man here.
I don't know who that was.
Okay. And we'll start talking about him more, all the way from the hair on the top of his head, all the way down to the shoes or the whatever's on his feet. We'll start from the top to the bottom in a minute here. But you're really helping me understand. So you get back in the car. Where does he go when you get back in the car?
He went to the front seat.
All right, so now he's the driver.
Driver's seat.
Got it. And was anybody sitting up front in the passenger seat? I forgot. What is Rob doing?
My mother would have been like, man, don't tell people nothing. My mother can't stand the police.
What's he saying?
Like, he was like, oh shit. He was like, go.
You say, oh, what? I don't understand gibberish.
Oh, shit.
Okay, what's sleep?
Yeah.
It is
say whatever.
Say what it is.
Yeah.
Believe me, there's no curse word or anything in the world you haven't been said in this room a million times. Okay, so he says, oh, I heard you say go, and where are you sitting at? Which seat are you in now? You're still over here. Okay. So, and what happened next?
And he drove all the way out there in Ocklawaha. He tried to put the thing in the river, but I think got stuck or something.
What thing you're talking about? The car. Okay.
Describe to me what you saw when he was doing that. Were you in the car when it was going in the river, or?
I was out. I was trying to run back to my house.
You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I left. I was running back to my house.
Okay. Have you been following? This is a silly question. Everyone's been following this. It's been like on the national news. I mean, have you been following and heard that there was 3 people that was found deceased? It wasn't just 2. It was 3.
So the other girl ended up dying.
So, do you know that there's a 3rd person that's dead?
No, I didn't know about them too.
Okay. So let's go back to the moment that you heard those gunshots. Okay. How many guns were in the car?
I think the white guy had one and X had.
Okay. And the ex guy, how did you know the white guy had one? Did you see it or did you show?
The white guy, not the girl.
Why did the white guy have one?
Right,
how did you know that he had one? Did you see
it?
it?
Why far was important.
Right.
Trying to bust in that bitch like, oh, what the fuck is going on here?
So let's talk about ex guy that got in the car.
Busting that bitch and ended the whole interview.
Where was it?
Oh, hell no.
Was he in front of the house? Was he?
It was like.
Talk to my attorney.
Like, where did he get in the car at?
They picked him up.
Do you remember where that was at?
It was like somewhere around there, out there, like. Is it close by us? No.
Yeah, she is.
So you left out of Ocklawaha to go get him? Oh, y'all went way to Ocala.
Tell me about the nearest business or nearest something that you recognize around where that place was at.
You know where Tali and them used to live on? The apartments. Which ones? In Ocala? Yeah. Steeplechase? Yeah. Around over there. Steeplechase. Too much Green Gables and over there. Yeah.
So they went in there.
In a neighborhood across the street?
She gonna regret this shit.
In the apartments? No, in the neighborhood.
She gonna regret this, man. You see how she was in the courtroom crying like a motherfucker. I know good. I mean, you never know. Shit. You know, these parents different now. She might be happy he locked up. Now she get to live free. But who the fuck knows? But that shit crazy.
It was dark.
Okay, so you sound like you're not sure. This guy that was picked up, this ex guy back here. Tell me about what he was wearing on his feet.
It was like something. It was all black, and it was all black with a white 90 something. Okay. Air Max 90s.
Okay, and what do you have on his legs, covering up his legs?
It was cut up jeans.
Cut up jeans? What color were they?
Black.
Okay. What did he have covering up his body? Or is he not wearing a shirt?
It was a jacket. He had a jacket.
What color was it?
Hoodie. Black.
Jacket with a hoodie. Okay. Describe to me what his hair looks like. Is it short?
He had a ski mask.
He had a ski mask. What was it? Something that was them ski mask with the eyes and the mouth holes cut out?
Ain't no way my mother allowed this. Yo, my mother, my mother would have zapped the fuck out. I'm telling you, I know my mother. Ain't no way my mother would allow this shit, man. Fuck no. My son ain't telling y'all nothing. Cause like, I know she probably means well, but everything he says is gonna be used against him. You see what I'm saying? Like, all he doing is digging his own grave. That's all he's doing. Like, they don't give a fuck that he's being honest. They still gave him 40 years, which he didn't get life, but goddamn, you got locked up at 12, you get 40 years. Nigga, what do you even know what life is about once you get home? Like, all he gonna do is end up going right back to jail. Shorty probably gonna be back to jail in 3 years whenever he get released.
If somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on? I mean, what did you say to him when this guy got in the car?
I would, like, when he walked in, he said, the white guy that he said we was gonna go get some girls or something, or see some girls or something. Then he was like, wait, I got stuff. Hey, what I was just talking about, when you got in the, when he
ski mask man gets in the car.
Yes.
And what's he saying? I mean, this guy just got in the car wearing a ski mask.
When he got in the car with a ski mask, he said, I was like, who's that? And he was like, and then the white guy looked at me. He was like, he looked at me all wrong. So I'm like, I thought we were gonna. I looked at Rob. I was like, I thought we were gonna see some girls. He's like, we had. I was like, oh, all right. And then we kept driving. Then.
Yeah.
And when y'all went there, after y'all picked him up, y'all went back to Ocklawaha? Yeah, we went around there.
Did you stop anywhere after that? Any gas stations?
We just went. But what triggered him to just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out. It's something in between that you're not saying. Because I think the person that the white guy, I think he said he had a lot of money or something. Oh, so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So they were setting up the robbery in.
Did Reaper mention that to you, that something was going to be set up or anything?
Yeah, because he wasn't talking before she started talking.
He body. He said we was supposed to.
He wasn't talking to them people until she came into the equation and made him talk.
Christopher came clean that it was Taj Bruton, aka X-Man, who shot and killed Layla and Michael.
And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was like sitting like this, and like.
Where'd he shoot him at?
Like right here. Like, right.
And the gun was pressed up against his head? Is that what you're?
I think it was like.
Okay. And then, what about the white girl that's driving?
Coming back out, he turned the gun and shot her.
Where'd he shoot her at?
I don't know. Well, when he shot the white guy, I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car.
Was there a reason behind that? Like why he chose to shoot the guy before the girl? Like, help us understand.
Because the guy had the one that had the gun.
Okay. Did that guy with the gun ever have a chance to like defend himself or anything? Like, did he see it coming?
No, it was like to the back of his head.
Okay. I just wanted to, because you said he had a gun, so.
This was a senseless
So you jump out because you think someone's shooting at you and you're getting out of there.
If you're wondering why Christopher is referring to Michael and Layla as the white guy and white girl, it's because he didn't know them that well at all. He only met them that day. Just like there were 3 suspects, there were 3 victims too. What happened to Camille?
There's something we're leaving out.
Something's got a hold on me.
Drinks all around. About what happened after these 2 people died. There's another part that we haven't talked about.
Trump.
Mm-hmm. Might redact that part.
Where did he tell you to open the trunk from?
That portion of the interrogation that was redacted was likely Christopher's confession that he was the one that shot Camille. According to the arrest affidavit, Christopher told investigators he was forced to shoot Camille by Robert, and Robert threatened Christopher that if he didn't do it, Christopher's whole family would be killed. So shot her, but didn't think she was dead. So Robert made sure that she was dead, thinking that Camille would tell on all of them. After, they took Layla's car to the lake. Taj dumped her body, dumped Michael's body in a ditch, then drove her car into the water where Camille was still in the trunk. That interrogation happened in 2023. This year, Christopher Atkins took a plea deal. No longer a 12-year-old boy, he's still really young, at 15 years old now. And this week, a judge sentenced him. According to WFTV, prosecutors asked the court for the minimum mandatory of 40 years in prison because they felt like he was the least culpable of the 3. The judge sentenced him to just that, 40 years in prison, with a little less than 800 days of time served. The judge even noting that he was the first 12-year-old he could recall being charged with first-degree murder in Marion County, Florida. And because of his age, he'll be eligible for a sentence review after 25 years, when he's 40 years old. As for Taj Bruton and Robert Robinson, both also...
The other kid's interrogation, let's find this. That shit crazy. Shit, 3 hours. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna put it on 0.5.
You're gonna do so much better.
I'm put the speed up.
Pull this GPS. Will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question.
There wasn't no men involved in this, man. That's the sad part. Wasn't no men, y'all. Ain't none of all these boys had their mothers and grandmothers in the interrogation room with them.
That was asked. You don't know? This is that's serious. You will do my family. What I want to do. Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. I'm not snitching on everybody. If I was going to get charged, why did you make me stay? I said I don't know.
Look. You see what Shorty just said? Why would you make me snitch on everybody if you knew I was gonna get charged? Damn, yo, this is sad, yo. This is a sad situation, man. Mm.
I feel what I want to do. Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. I'm not snitching on everybody. If I was going to get charged, why did you make me say? I said I don't know.
Yo, did she say I don't know? Did she say I don't know?
I don't know. This is something that's serious. You don't give I feel what I want to do. Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. I'm not snitching on everybody. If I was going to get charged, why did you make me say? I said I.
Vehicle would offer some.
Monday.com's AI blocks are a
go to
total game
interrogation.
changer.
Excuse me if I find that hard to
We already know
Because
the
the llamas are
details.
biologically
insight into what happened the night Layla was shot.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No, I don't really know if Rob is like his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper, Rob, and stuff like that. So
Was anyone else there at the house besides the three of you and Rob?
well, there was this kid 3-5, but I don't know his real name.
What's 3-5 look like?
I don't know. He's 12. He's a little kid.
12-year-old?
Detectives knew they needed to track down Rob and 3-5. They started with Rob, who they believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already incarcerated at a juvenile detention facility for a different offense. When detectives asked him about 3-5, he directed them to a boy named Christopher Atkins. Shockingly, Gabby was right. He was only 12 years old. Since Chris and Rob were both minors, their mothers were asked to join them at the police station before any conversations took place. Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to arrive.
I don't understand. Where the hell is my son? If he being questioned, why am I not in there? What's things going on? Where's my son?
He's in the other mayor.
Me talking to him?
Not yet, no. They're all getting their stuff together. It seemed she wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room. After almost 2 hours of waiting, she was finally escorted to the next room to join Chris, who was visibly trembling.
Can I put this on? Sure. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Do you want another jacket? That's okay. Are you sure? You look like you're cold. Let me get you.
What did you say? You have 4 siblings? Okay. You guys get along okay in the house?
The detective set about gradually breaking the ice with Chris, all the time appearing hyper-aware that he was only 12 years old. After taking all necessary precautions, like making both Chris and his mother aware of their rights, and establishing on record that Chris knew the difference between right and wrong, they finally got to the issue at hand.
So, Chris, what I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night.
First, we ate some eat, then we watched TV. And
Said he all be
a
telling.
little bit. And I heard something outside. I opened the door. There was nothing outside now. I think I went to sleep.
So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police officer if you ever had to talk about that Thursday night. Because sitting here talking to you with your mom here crying and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. If you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it.
Reaper down there has been super honest. He took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and he's told me everything down to details that only he would know, and
nobody else would know.
Some of the details, he points finger at you.
17-year-old Rob, also known by the concerning moniker Reaper, was also being questioned. Just like Chris, Rob and his mom Erica were both advised of their Miranda rights before the interrogation commenced.
I'm trying to figure the best way to say this to you guys. We're investigating several different incidents that occurred over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
One being a theft of
Got that boy life in prison, man.
side by side. One being the theft of, a burglary. We're investigating a robbery, and we're investigating murder. Okay? Murder. So,
Emotions.
The first ones you named, it's believable. The last ones you named,
Thursday.
it's not.
You don't have the heart to keep it. I know that for a fact.
Okay. What'd you do on Thursday all day?
Don't need no Tomo. They like I was home all day.
Okay, who
Yeah,
were you
this
with?
shit
Did
came out
anybody come
immediately.
over? Did we hang out with anybody? Did you
Like
go
1
anywhere with anybody?
I ain't go no. Came over at like 1 o'clock.
What'd you guys do then?
We just chilling. Literally, like we just chilling.
Okay. Was anybody with someone at the time? How did he get to your house? Things like that?
First he drove to my house. It was him, Landon, Layla, and it was another girl with him. I don't know her name.
Sosa was a nickname that Layla's boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael, used. Michael's father had last seen him about 6:30 last night, around the same time Gabby said she parted ways with the group. Landon was another local boy who police determined didn't know anything that would aid the investigation.
Yeah, that's a good question, Money
As for the
Mix.
unnamed girl, the police likely
You
wondered
really
if she
don't be
could be the
typically
missing
saying
Camille and why she hadn't been seen or heard from since.
Did you go
Right
anywhere
about
after
that.
6:30, Rob?
What's up, Bob?
I mean, I keep asking
Okay.
that.
I just
We
wanted
keep
to
asking because we've been working on our investigation. So
Yeah, they don't
nothing
fit the
happened, bro. I'm
narrative.
telling you, you understand how that route. Like I only seen
You know, this part of the reason why outsiders be thinking that we committing all the crimes, because it's exploited. You right though, y'all. We don't never see no other kids in these type of situations, even though we know it happened. You know what I mean? Our kids ain't the only ones killing and robbing and stealing and doing all these things. But we get videos.
We know you were out of the house after 6:30. Okay? We know you were with around 7 o'clock p.m.
Thanks to CCTV footage, police believed that Rob, along with others in the friend group, had been involved in the theft of a vehicle and an armed robbery that night. As serious as these crimes were, they paled in comparison to what police believed happened later. Back in the room with Chris, his mother tried to make him understand the severity of the situation.
Well, he needed to tell. If you ain't,
Now's the time.
now the whole story.
Now's the
You
time to
left
get
out
out.
of the house Thursday when I told you not to. You better speak. You better talk right now.
And Reaper's already told us what the plan was that night. So I mean, we know what the original plan was. We're asking you now to be honest and to come forth and tell us what happened and why it happened.
The biggest thing for me is reliability. Somebody that stands behind their word. You know, when they tell you they're gonna do something,
They just fucked them kids up. Ain't no way them mothers supposed to let them police interrogate them kids, man. At all.
When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Reaper, aka Rob, took a lot of convincing before he opened up.
Rob, right now you're protecting KTM and your buddy. You need to think about protecting yourself.
The disturbing meaning behind KTM will be revealed in due time. For now, the fact that the police knew about the mysterious phrase was enough to get Rob talking, albeit reluctantly.
Who was at that house?
When you saw
I don't know, bro. You right. I don't know what they had before this. You know, cause we ain't heard nothing about fingerprints or nothing like that. I think shit, they got in the room and told it all. You know, you had people like the girl, homegirl, said that they was with him.
P5. Layla was there. And that was it.
The police knew by now that there were more people at the house than just Chris, Rob, Michael, and Layla.
Did you go anywhere with them that night?
No, I ain't going nowhere with them. I just told you. I swear to God, was at the house. They said they was finna leave. I went back home. Actually, Mom, I didn't come in until like late. I didn't come in until after 7 anyways.
You don't know what time you came home. Now,
They talking about what time we locked at 7:10.
what I'm saying is, you don't know what time you came home because you defy your curfew so much. You don't know what time you came in. It might have been 8 o'clock. It might have been 7:30. It might have, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know. What I'm saying is, if you know something that they're trying to get out of you, I don't give a who your friends are, who you trying to protect. I gotta get to work. And I'm sick of dealing with this jail. Could you choose to have friends? You need to be honest.
Unfortunately for Rob, the police already knew that he was still holding back the dark details of what he got up to that night.
What about his cell phone? Do you own that phone?
Yeah, I own that phone. So do you all want permission to check the location?
That
on
would be
phone?
great, yeah.
No.
That would be great.
know?
Who they can check my phone?
They're not looking in your phone for anything else. So you're certain that your phone GPS will keep you at your house that night? Are you? Are you? So we don't know.
I can just tell you, I really don't know nothing about no
Yo,
money.
she said, "Can we check the phone?" She like, "Yeah, you can check it." He like, "No, hell no." See the crazy thing about it, she thinks she doing the right thing. Like, I honestly believe that these women think they're doing the right thing. Yo, but they don't understand. Yo, these people don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, they trying to solve cases. They trying to get harsh prison sentences. Like, they don't give a fuck if you confessed or not. This nigga confessed and got life. Yo confessed and got life, right? I think they is doing the right thing, yo. Yeah, or maybe they don't. You know, emotions could play a role. Maybe they're not thinking it all the way through. But I don't think that they're actually trying to do damage to their children. I don't think that's intentional. Yeah, I think it might just be emotional.
That is the truth. I don't know.
I'm talking about the parents. Why the fuck is shit you doing that? Yeah, I'm talking about the parents. I don't think the parents is intentionally trying to send their kids to prison for life. I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they thinking they're doing the right thing. You know, because at this point they don't even know how in depth the situation is. You know what I mean? Oh, I ain't talking about the state. I'm talking about the parents. I know what the state doing. The state is being manipulative. They don't give a fuck. They just try to solve a case. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She probably gotta get to work in the morning. You know how that shit be. She just trying to get this shit over with. She ain't thinking about if my son talk to these people, I might never see my son again. You said the stats? Yeah, but everybody plays on women, bro. The system preys on women. That's why they like to keep women single. You know, I talk about that all the time. They try to keep women single, yo, so they can prey on the kids, especially black women. I mean, women in general. I even just like to do it to all women. But when it comes down to black women and black boys, yo, that's like a gold mine. If I could separate the man from the woman and put the woman on an island, I can manipulate her and I can gain control of the children. That's the play. That always been the play. But I can't sit back and say that they trying to send their kids to prison for life. Like, I don't think that's what they're trying to do. I think they're thinking that if my child speaks to these people, my child can get some type of favor. But what they don't understand is that's not how this shit work. These people don't give a fuck about that shit. They wasn't mad if that motherfucker the 14-year-old got 40 years. I mean, the 12-year-old got 40 years. They want prison time. They want convictions. They don't give a fuck how they gotta get it. If they gotta manipulate the mother and make it say like we playing good cop, bad cop, and it's in your best interest to talk, then that's what the fuck they gonna do.
Nothing about no murder, and I was not there with no murder. That's not what they asked, though. That's not what they asked. What they asked was, when they pull this GPS, our pups deserve clean water too. So let me tell you what to do.
I don't think she hate her kids, man.
Will it show?
Yeah, I don't think she hate her children, man. I think she thinks she getting her son. I think she think by doing this, her son is going to get a favor. But it ain't no favors. These people don't give favors. I have read the Bible. These people don't give favors, man. They give harsh prison sentences. Yeah, man. That's what the fuck they do, man. They give harsh prison sentences, man.
That you lay at home in your bed, or will it show?
Especially for a crime like this. You got 3 white kids and 3 black kids. Oh fuck, though. You ain't getting no queso deal. No Abdul Robinson Senior deal. Yeah, man. You ain't getting no Abdul Robinson Senior deal. Not in this case. Everybody gonna get sentenced to the maximum. Only reason the 12-year-old got 40 years because he was 12. If his ass was 15, they'd have gave his ass life too. Yeah, but why you say that though? It got to be a reason. And I'm not going back to biblical days. I take it to manipulation. It's manipulation, yo.
You were somewhere else. That's the question that was asked. You don't know?
I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like, I'm telling you
They want you to tell them mine, and I'm telling them the truth. And you sit there and go with them. I don't believe in them. They didn't know the son. I believe in them. I really not. No, I was not there. Like, I didn't say I was not there. You weren't there. Wait, first and foremost. I was in this room and everything you're saying. No, first and foremost, you lied so much, I don't know what to believe will come down your mouth. You done burnt the bridge that's been gone. Let's get that understood. Like I'm going, but what I'm saying is, you so quick to want to protect people. Like, let me finish. You so quick to want to protect people, don't want to snitch, want to be called this and called that, and not be known as a is in the paperwork and all of this, that you're willing to sit here and go down for murder that I know you didn't do. I know for a fact that you didn't do it, but you want to be guilty by association.
Hey, Champagne, get your bitch ass out of here. Fuck you talking about? You need to put your bitch ass in prison. Tell them we need to build more prisons. The fuck we need to build more prisons for? You don't think it's enough prisons? Let's start stockpiling your family in that bitch. Fuck you talking about? See if you say you need to build some more prisons then. Fuck out of here, nigga. If I get on your ass. I'm come back over here again, y'all.
Because you don't want to tell who the did it. That's the problem.
I did not kill nobody. I did not kill nobody.
Did somebody you know do it?
Like, what the
No, I don't know nothing about no murder. I don't know nothing about no murder.
If you lying, you standing on this island by yourself. Because if you got something to tell these people, because they have a way to tell if you're lying.
The best way to tell if Rob was lying was Chris, who was still in the room next door. He was sharing a bit more than Rob, and some key differences in their statements stood out already.
One love, what it is.
He's not going to, with me, I swear to God, he's not going to, I didn't do anything. I promise you I didn't do anything. Who did?
I don't understand why you keep lying. And then you go, well, that's going to be a snitch. And then it doesn't matter. To me, it don't matter. That's a snitch and I would die. This is not a joke. You would die. Like, you would die for snitching out here. People die for that. Real talk. Why do people get caught and killed for snitching?
We're talking about life sentences here.
Right. And this is like really funny. Just listen.
Look.
Your actions in the...
Look, I told her she thinks she getting them a deal. Look, we're talking about life sentences here. She like, right. But she don't understand. He gonna get a life sentence anyway. He say one wrong word, he's getting life, and that's what the fuck happened. He ended up getting life in prison. And he's gonna be like, him and his mother relationship is probably over. Because he wasn't trying to talk. She coached him in the snitching. And now his life is over. And she gotta deal with that for the rest of her life. Thinking that this guy or this system got her best interest. And they don't never have your best interest. Not this system.
People you choose to hang with and all of this is slowly killing me. I should depart. Let me talk. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I just took a promotion. I can't keep missing work. All the that you are doing or the people you hang with or just any of that. Like, I don't know if you know or not, but they threatened me with contempt of court because I don't come to none of your court and stuff and other that you got going on. I make sure you get there, but I cannot keep missing work. And you sitting here about place telling me that you don't want to snitch because your life is they don't kill you in the house. You do the house. You don't know. It wasn't me. I didn't say that. Why they trying to get me like this? I didn't say that you killed anyone. Well, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing.
Dang, yo, this is horrible, man. This is horrible, y'all. It need to be a man in that room. It need to be a man in this room, yo. Like, ain't no way, yo, she should have been doing this, man. Ain't no way, yo, this should have been going down like this. Like, she literally think that these people is ready to help him, man. Like, yo, she think these people is ready to help him. Yo, so you think, yo, so money making Mitch, you think she trying to send her son to prison for life? That's her intent. Her intent is to send her son to prison for life. I can't agree with that, bro. I don't know where you got that narrative from. I can't go with that.
Association. Like, what part of that is not clicking for you? If you know who killed these kids, then you need to tell them.
Some part of this tirade must have made an impression, because at long last, Rob shared his version of events.
Taj killed all three of them.
Okay. Tell me about it. Were you there?
The whole story?
Were you there?
Tell me
the whole story.
Rob just mentioned 3 victims, but the detectives had so far only asked him about 2. Not only did this grab their attention, but they likely suspected that the Taj that Rob mentioned was 16-year-old Taj Bruton, with whom they were already acquainted due to previous cases. Unfortunately, this didn't mean they knew where to find him. Several weeks earlier, Taj cut off his ankle monitor and went on the run. The detectives would focus on this after they got more of the story from Chris, who picked up the story after he said Rob, aka Reaper, knocked on his window.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window. He knocked on the window. He said, "Come on, we finna go see some girls or something." Then we went out. And this girl and the boy picked us up on the wood. His girl and the boy described.
From Rob's statement, the police believed this had to be Michael and Layla. He made no mention of Camille, however, even when he explained where everyone was sitting in Layla's car. The seating arrangement would be crucial later. Layla was driving. Michael was in the passenger seat, while Chris and Rob were in the back seat. But
I know she thinks she helping. Like you can't convince me to believe that these women trying to send their kids to prison for the rest of their life. Her intent is to get her son. Her intent. Both these women intent is to try to get their son out of the situation. So, in their mind, if you tell on this person, then that's going to be more helpful for you. That's what these women is thinking, y'all. They're not sitting back thinking that I'm ready to get my son a life prison sentence or a 40-year prison sentence. Yeah, they emotional, yo. She's speaking off emotion. She's not using logic. That's why it's going on like this. Cause logic ain't setting. This is all emotion. This is all frustration. These kids probably was doing other things. She talked about how you don't ever follow your curfew. It's frustration. And I think this is just like the last straw. Tell these people what you know. And in their mind, they think these people gonna look out for you. But in reality, the fuck they ain't. They ain't doing no favors. They ain't doing no favors, man. Yo, shit, man. You crazy. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. They'll tell my mother wouldn't do it, but they will. They'll tell you save yourself. Why you trying to protect these people? Save yourself. Shit, yeah, the fuck they will. Everybody mother ain't the same, man.
It was like somebody in all black. Okay. And how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark color clothes, right? I heard you say that.
Ski mask on too.
I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on?
But that didn't appear to be Chris's response, and the detectives likely had a horrible inkling.
Yeah, my mother wouldn't do it. My mother said, I've been in this situation. My mother ain't never fixed her mouth to say tell. Ever. You feel me? That shit never came out of her mouth. It never came out of her mouth to save yourself. Nah, my mother wouldn't do it. But I can't say everybody mother wouldn't.
And then we kept driving again.
But even with them doing that, they're not doing this with intent of sending their kids to prison for life. They're doing this with the intent of I want to get my son out of this situation. They don't know no other way. You gotta realize you're dealing with emotions, man. Like you're not dealing with logic a lot in this type of situation. You're dealing with frustration. You're dealing with emotions. You know what I mean? In their mind, they think if I can get my son to talk, my son going and they don't really understand the system. They I don't know for what, like you said, they might think these people on their side. They They might got faith in this system. But my mother would have never done no shit like this. My mother was like, man, my son ain't saying shit. The fuck? I know how my mother, man. I know how my mother get down. It didn't end well. So Randy and Mitch, y'all think these two women are trying to bury their children? That's what y'all think.
Throughout his interrogation, Chris would only refer to the man in the ski mask as the X-Man. Luckily, Rob had already revealed the identity of their companion.
I can't
When you pick
go
up
with that.
Taj,
I can't go with that now.
as soon as Taj came out, that was the first thing he told me. He like, we knocking on, we knocking on. I was like, nah, bro, I ain't even trying to do all that.
It took a little more persuading, but Rob eventually told the police that they could find Taj at his girlfriend's house. They picked him up and brought him to the station after they finished talking to Chris and Rob. But instead of clearing up the questions detectives had, Taj made everything more confusing. He said everything was Rob's idea.
I'm sitting right next to him, and he whispered in my ear, he was like, I'm finna rob these tonight, bro. I look at him like, what you mean you finna rob these tonight? He's like, bro, so they look at they got a pound of weed, they got some money, bro, and if they don't go for it, I'm gonna kill them. That's exactly how he said. At this point, I'm frantic, but I can't, like, if I tell Sosa, right, I'm sitting right next to me, so therefore he's gonna shoot me. So I'm sitting here, I'm scared as hell, so I'm like, I ain't got no choice but to just sit here and just, it is what it is.
Rob told detectives that it was the other way around.
It was so random. Like, he just said he wanted to knock him off. I'm not thinking he's serious, though. Like, at the time when he first said it, if you would have seen his face, like, right, he was laughing. Like, if I would have really thought he was finna kill, like, I wouldn't have got back in that car. I would have stayed right there and called my mom and be like, can you come get me? I didn't think he was serious until when the car started slowing down and I seen him up the gun.
Rob said that Taj did this because he wanted to take Michael's firearm. Over in Chris's interrogation room, his story aligned with Rob's. For now.
What triggered him to just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out. It's something in between that you're not saying.
Because I think the person that the white guy, I think he said he had a lot of money or something.
Oh, so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we getting somewhere. Okay. So they were setting up a robbery, man.
Did Reaper mention that to you, that something was going to be set up or anything?
He didn't, like, all I heard was a child, and I thought somebody was shooting at us.
Hey, get your bitch ass out of here.
I'm looking. Boom! Boom!
Once again, Taj's version was a little different.
Before I shot Sosa, boom. Layla got shot by Rob because that was diagonal. It was crazy.
Just like that. It took 2 shots. It wasn't no more than that. It took 2 shots to kill both of them.
The police knew at least part of this was true. Who shot who was yet to be determined. But tragically, they confirmed the second victim as Layla's boyfriend, Michael Hodo. He was in the grass by the side of the road, just blocks away from Layla. He was deceased when police found him. Michael's father had a heartbreaking reaction when he found out that his son would not be coming home.
My son's dead, isn't he?
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
No! Oh my God! No!
We have to talk. We have to find this out. This is to go find out who did this to him.
I'll find him when I go myself.
While Michael's family reeled from the devastating
Who
news,
was they,
Chris
y'all?
continued
Black
with his
women?
upsetting story about Michael's final moments.
And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was like sitting like this. And
Where did he shoot him at?
like, right here.
And the gun was pressed up against his head? Is that what you're...
I think it was like...
Okay. And then, what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
He turned the gun and shot her.
Where did he shoot her at? And
I don't know.
Rob agreed, which would soon become increasingly rare.
where did he shoot Layla?
I think it was headshots.
On the other hand, Taj put the blame back on his 2 companions.
I know he shot Sosa in the back of the head. I seen that happen. I seen Rob try to shoot her, right? And when he tried to shoot her, he shot her, and then his gun didn't go off, so he reloaded it again and shot her.
All contradictions temporarily aside, Chris added another disturbing detail.
Did he see it coming?
No, it was like to the back of his head.
Okay. Did he have any time to defend himself?
No, but Taj just upped him and shot him in the head.
At this point, police were still searching Forest Lakes Park for evidence. Now that they knew the shooting had occurred in Layla's car, it was more important than ever to find the vehicle. Most of all, though, they were looking for any sign of Camille. They hoped to find her alive, but the police were likely aware that, like Layla, she could be seriously injured and in need of medical attention. If that was the case, every passing moment decreased her chance of survival. For the time being, though, her family was left in an exhausting state of limbo. The situation was made infinitely worse by rumors that Camille had been caught up in the shooting. Frustratingly, the police still had no concrete answers for her family. They had to hope that Chris, Rob, and Taj would ultimately provide an explanation. They got even closer when Chris continued with more of the story, but once again, the details started to get shaky.
Was the car driving whenever they got shot?
No, it was just like, it stopped, and then like it kept going, like, and I hopped out the car and kept going.
Where did the car keep going when it kept going?
Like, to a dumpster.
Did you get back in the car?
Yeah, I got back.
I mean, did you want to get back in the car, or did you not? No, you didn't want to. Okay, what made you get back in that
That's
car?
what I think,
Explain to me
Con.
that.
Because he hadn't done it. I thought he was going to get shot at me.
I think in their mind,
If I was just with
it's just the manipulation, y'all. For some reason, people think that a lot of women side with the system, man. And for some reason, they think that this system is going to protect their children, or putting trust in this system is going to get their kids a favorable deal. But it's not. It's only going to fuck you. Like, that's what the system is designed to do. Fuck you over. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but the mother there, so you know they can question minors. I looked that up before. I didn't think they could, but they can question minors without a parent. Now it's favorable to have the parent there. You know, they normally would allow the parent to sit in, but it's not even against the law for them to question the child without a parent. You know, frustration, y'all. You know, I told y'all, man, when you situations like this. Ain't no common sense going on right now, man. This is all emotional driven. This is all frustration. This is all anxiety. Like, yo, there's no common sense factor in this whole thing. You know, because if common sense would have set in, they'd have ended the interview. They'd have ended the interview. We're gonna get a lawyer. Do what you're gonna do. You feel if you're gonna arrest them, arrest them. But we ain't doing no talking, because all it's gonna do is hurt you. All it's gonna do is hurt him.
him. He just killed somebody, and he probably would kill me too because they call him the same.
On the contrary, Rob said that he was the one who jumped out of the car.
When he shot Layla, I got out the car because the blood started dripping. I ain't wanted to get on me.
Taj claimed the same thing.
I get out of the car, they still shooting because it was like 4 to 6 shots. I don't know exactly how many shots it was, but it was a couple shots, bro. So at this point, we hear this lady. This lady's over there like, I'm running, I'm trying to hide in the forest. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to call spring everything. So this lady, hey, what's going on over there? He sees me, or I guess he ran back over there, or I ran over there, and he was like, hey, what is that, third? So I'm like, I'm just doing what you tell me to do. I just want to go home. So
the only thing that this established was that at least one of the boys had gotten out of the
but
car.
that's how it always been. You know, that's the play. That been the play. That been the play, yo. The play is to separate the man from the household, man. Cause they can manipulate the woman. You know, the woman is working, they busy. You know, it's a fucked up dynamic. I don't even really feel like getting there. I didn't talk about it before. You know, I'm trying to speed this along because it's getting late. But I can go more in depth with it. But that is part of the construct of how these things even happen. You know, it's manipulation. It's manipulation. Now the system get the kids. You know? That's how the system gets the kids. Remove the man, manipulate the woman. That's why you got all this shit going on right now with women, and I don't need a man and all, you know the shit that you see on social media. All that shit is by design, man. It's all by design.
Wasn't news, as the woman who saw the car hit the dumpster also told police that she saw a male figure running around shortly after she heard gunshots and saw the crash. The detectives decided not to challenge the boys on this front for now, and pushed for the truth on more important matters instead. They started with Rob.
What happened to Layla? Where did they...
I don't know. Taj threw Layla out the car and hopped in the driver's seat and started driving.
Rob said Taj repeated the process a short time later.
And Taj pulled the body out the car, patted him down the mechanic. He grabbed the mechanic, got back in the driver's seat, and drove off.
Was that next to Layla where she was pulled out?
No, it was in a different spot.
This made sense to police because the second crime scene, where Michael's body was found, didn't have much blood. There were, however, what appeared to be drag marks leading from the road towards the brush where the body lay.
When we hit that first 1 million in sales in our first year of business, it was surreal. This is definitely going to be a thing.
I'm about tired of these ads.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist,
every ad, 2 ads, it only just be one. You two getting ridiculous with the ads.
I ain't touched nobody. I ain't touched a body. I ain't touched nothing. I swear to God, I ain't touched nothing. Once they was dead, I said, take me home, man. Take me home.
Yet Taj said that wasn't how it happened.
Rob drives. He pulled Layla out of the car. That's why she got left by the dumpster. He starts driving. He's driving. We go around the corner. He goes over to Sosa. Sosa had, I think, in his somewhere on him. So he pulled Sosa out of the car. He just dragged him over in some woods.
And were you driving the car?
No, I was not driving the car.
Yeah. The detectives asked Chris similar questions.
Did you pull her out of the car?
What's Rob doing during all this?
He was saying that.
What's he saying?
Nah, he was like, oh. He was like, go.
And what happened next?
And he drove all the way.
So the crazy thing about it is, they really talking. They really talking to this kid like they care about him. Like that's the manipulator, and she probably think they care too. Like they really talking to this kid, like, you know, I'm just here to help. You know, we just want to get the story right, you know. Maybe we can get you home. They probably told him that. That shit just ain't on camera. You know, maybe we can get you home tonight. No, good goddamn well, he fuck around, never come home.
He tried to put a thing in the river. I think got stuck or something.
The thing you talking about, the car.
Yeah, because these
Once
not
again,
even,
the detectives
these
already
not
had-
even hardened kids. They from Marion County, or fucking Florida. I looked it up. Like, there's damn near no crime there. These not hardened kids, man. These was kids influenced. That's why I think these drill music babies. These kids influenced by drill music. Like, they ain't had no business doing what they was doing. No business doing it. They're not in an environment where you even gotta live like this to survive. Yeah, Mom Deuce tripping.
Information that would let them know if one of the boys was lying. The search of Forest Lakes Park had finally paid off, leading police to another grisly and tragic discovery. Taj picked up the story again to tell his version of what they did with Layla's car.
So we get over here to this lake. It's dark as hell. 3-5 get out of the car. He get out of the car. Rob tells him, hey, start wiping everything down. So he started wiping everything down. He's wiping everything down. The door handle, everything. He's wiping everything down. So after he started wiping everything down, Rob takes Layla's phone and Sosa's phone or whoever phones he found in that bit, throw him in the lake, throw him in the lake.
The lake in question turned out to be 5.5 miles or 8.8 kilometers outside Forest Lakes Park, but police had no question that this was the scene they were looking for. When they dredged the lake, they recovered the 2 phones from the water, which were determined to be Michael and Layla's. But this wasn't the only evidence they found. Taj attempted to explain what was found as he continued his story, starring Rob as the mastermind of the crime.
He tells me if I get in the car, drive the car into the lake, for whatever reason.
When the detectives asked Chris, though, he said he was nowhere near the car at that point.
Were you in the car when it was going in the river? Or?
Yeah, I was trying to run back to my house.
You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I was running back to my house.
What did he say he did with the car after that then?
I didn't ask all of that. I didn't ask that.
What about the guns that were used?
I don't know where those at either.
Oh, it's buried in the lake. Like when he drive, it might be a little 2 front tires in the lake. It might be a little bit more in the hood, but the back of the car, all that is still out of the lake.
That was exactly how the police discovered the car. What they found inside was more gruesome than they had ever anticipated. Back with Chris, he continued his tale.
Describe to me the clothes that you were wearing that night when all these bad things happened. What happened to him?
He wanted us to burn him.
Who wanted you to burn him? Did you have blood or something on him?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Like Detective Bender said, we processed that car front to back, top to bottom, bottom to top 3 times. 3 days worth of actual forensic work, several forensic people. I don't think you could have sat anywhere in that car and not got blood on you.
I think it was something on my shoe. I'm standing over here scared as like I think it's blood all over me, but it's dark, so I don't know. So I think it's blood all over me.
Rob said burning the clothes was all Taj. Taj, of course, said it was Rob. Regardless of who had the idea, the police found the remains of clothing in a burn pile in the forest, including pieces of shoes, sweatpants, and sweatshirts. However, this was not the only clothing item the police discovered intact. Chris's shoes, which he described as Nike slides, were found discarded in the bushes, and a single glove was found near Michael's body. Another was found near the lake. The police asked Taj about this.
So were you wearing gloves at this time?
Yes, I was wearing gloves, because like I said, I was supposed to go eat.
What about Rob?
Rob was wearing gloves too. Yeah, Rob was wearing gloves.
Taj revealed that the original plan was for the group to go car hopping that night, which was why he was wearing gloves and a ski mask. But police had to wonder if there was a far darker reason the boys brought these items. For now, the detectives wrapped up the conversation with Rob.
Do you feel a little better now that you were honest? Did you need to get that off your chest?
Now I feel like I just snitched on everybody. And
The detective stepped out, but little did Rob know that his night at the police station was far from over. There was a lot more that he needed to fess up to, but for now, he was left alone with his mother.
I'm charge you. Because you really didn't even come forward. You didn't come forward. I'm talking about when it happened. I just talked about everything. I'm just letting you know where I'm going.
She don't know what the fuck. She said they're going to charge you because you didn't come forward when it happened. They would have charged him regardless. If he'd have came forward when it happened or not. They was going to charge him regardless, man. Got a boy doing all that motherfucking talking.
He was left alone with his mother.
I'm gonna charge you. Because you really didn't even come forward. You didn't come forward. I'm talking about when it happened. I just talked about everything. I'm just letting you know where you don't understand. I'm gonna get charged for murder. Mama, I was going to snitching on everybody. If it was going to get charged, what did you make me say? I said I don't know. All right. What's the point of snitching?
We're going to ask you to step out now.
Now the mother can leave. We got everything we need now, Miles. You can go and roll out. Appreciate it. You done gave your son to us for the rest of his life. Thanks, Miles. You can leave now.
Hey, Mama. Wait, hey, is my mama still here?
Yeah, she's still
Wait, Mama.
Talk to me.
Okay, can you see if they do charge me? Can you see if she can give me a lawyer? I didn't kill anybody.
Relax.
Can you ask her, please?
Rob waited, asking the detective stationed at the door several times to bring his mother back, but she had left to go back to work. Before she did, she informed police that she did not want Rob answering any more questions without a lawyer present.
What?
Rob was not on board with this plan.
Is my mama still there? Hold on.
Wow.
How can I charge for murder?
Listen,
Can you explain it to me? Hold on.
we got it. We're taking your DNA, okay?
While the police took Rob's DNA, fingerprints, and photos, he continued to ask them how it was possible that he would be charged with murder.
Listen, can I tell you the situation, please?
I heard it. Listen. Let that in. Your mom's not here yet. We can't talk to you.
She's close?
I don't know how far she got, but she is on her way.
Rob's interrogation might have been on pause, but the conversation with Chris remained in full swing.
All right, Sean.
The questions he faced were about to get a whole lot harder.
They executed a search warrant on the house, which they did collect some things, and I'd like to talk to you about those things too. But because you, because it was like a surprise on that.
Yeah, like what's in my house that got to do with this homicide? And
I will, and I'm going to tell you about that. Because like I said, I'm not going to leave anything out.
It's, I can tell you it's pretty damning. I guess I would use that word.
so serious.
Do you own any firearms, ma'am? Does anyone in your home own a firearm? Okay, because I'm pretty sure they found one or two firearms in the house. And I'm sure you guys have watched CSI, right? We can take a firearm, we can shoot it. That round that you shoot, we can take, and we can put it into a computer and say, well, that can actually compare it to other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet. How?
You told me who the guns from. Why would you hold the guns from when you know something that just happened? That was stupid.
When Reaper gave you these, you think that they're going to be related to this?
I think so.
Describe to me why you think that.
Because he said, put these up, make sure your mama don't find them.
Okay. And the gun that you saw X-Man use, was it either one of those two guns?
I think it was black.
Meanwhile, Rob continued to wait.
Didn't kill. I didn't kill him. I didn't want to be charged with murder. I did not want to be charged with murder.
Eventually, the detectives did come back to speak with him, since he was insistent on saying more. even though his mother did not return to the station.
All right, so, I explained to you what your mom said on the phone, right? She didn't want us to ask you any more questions about Lloyd Brothers, and you reapproached me a couple times. You said that you wanted to discuss some stuff further, right? I just want to make sure that we're clear that you don't have to answer a question, you don't have to talk to us at this point, but you've stated to me that it's my case, I want to talk to you.
Because Rob's mom was no longer present, they read him his Miranda rights again. Right off the bat, he admitted to additional involvement.
Taj told me to help him pull the body out of the trunk and throw it in the lake. Mm-hmm. He grabs it, he's trying to pull a leg.
So now in his mind, because he's so young, he thinking if I tell him more, maybe I can get up out of this. he just stuck both his feet in the grave.
So I grabbed one leg and I tried to help. I was like, "Brett, you can't, I don't want to do this." Put the thing down, left the girl in the trunk. Because I told him I didn't want to help him.
Rob went on to tell a long, rambling tale about selling his gun the day before the crimes took place. The detectives hear him out before dropping a bombshell.
I think that's an issue because we have that gun now.
No, that's fine.
It was at 3-5's house. You said you sold it.
I did. That's not my gun. That was not mine. That's not my gun.
In addition to this, the police strongly suspected Rob had stolen the firearm.
You lied to the truth that you didn't pull a trigger, but you knew this was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen.
I did not know this.
The detectives had a similar exchange with Taj.
We've sent some of the casings off to be examined already. It's not back, I'll tell you that. Otherwise, we would probably be having this conversation. That those casings aren't going to come back, like he said, to a third gun.
To a third gun, they shouldn't.
Multiple casings were found at all 3 crime scenes, but especially near the car at the lake. Even if the boys weren't budging on the issue of who shot who, lab tests would reveal the truth in due time. In the meantime, the detectives brought up something 2 of the boys in particular were probably dreading.
Let's talk about the trunk. Trunk of that car.
The trunk, sir.
There's another part that we haven't talked about.
At Harbor Freight, we're committed to ensuring our tools are expertly engineered and built to last. We rigorously test and refine our tools until we're...
Trunk? Mm-hmm. It was a girl in the trunk. Mm-hmm. And he told me to open the trunk, so he shot her.
Where did he tell you to open the trunk from?
He told me to open the trunk from the inside, like the inside.
And whenever you pulled that open, tell me about what you saw in there.
All I seen was luggage, and then he said move, and he shot.
Okay. You said all you saw was luggage?
Luggage and it was like a girl.
And what part of her body could you see? Could you see her feet, her hair, her hand? Describe me.
I seen hair.
I did not even know there was another person in the trunk at all.
Okay, so you just riding around, she just in there?
Yeah, I mean, we rode around like that before, though.
Just because there ain't no room for all
Just because there ain't no room for all the people.
When you go to open up that seat, what were you thinking in your head?
Like, what am I going to do? I don't know. I was confused. I was like, I was thinking like there was a person back there.
Did this person say something? Describe to me what you heard whenever you opened that seat up. What noises?
All I heard was somebody tell me to watch out, and I heard gunshot. 2 gunshots.
Tragically, the 3rd victim was determined to be none other than Camille. Her body was discovered 2 days after Layla was found on April 1st. Like Chris said, she'd been shot twice. The location of her wounds indicated that her death had been no accident. It was highly unlikely that Camille had been shot once in the back and once in the head by chance. As soon as she was identified, law enforcement made contact with her aunt, Amy, for a difficult conversation.
So you probably know why we're here, where we've been investigating the incident that happened Friday involving Layla and the other individual that was found deceased.
It took us a little while because we couldn't positively identify her, so it took us a little while. But, we're certain that it's Camille that is now deceased.
Probably to detective surprise, Amy remained stoic. As it turned out, she already knew Camille was deceased.
The grandpa of Layla actually came to my house when I found your card, telling me that Camille was deceased and how are you doing is what he told me. They were talking about it at the hospital that Camille was deceased already. I had a mother call me at midnight last night that, my phone has not stopped.
While Amy tried to come to terms with the loss of her niece, the detectives at the police station asked Chris more about the specifics of Camille's murder.
What happened after he shot her?
And he closed it. And we left.
How many times did he shoot her?
Yeah, Torian.
I think once, twice.
What is it? Twice? Okay. Do you know what part of her body he shot her?
No, when I opened it, he go empty, so I looked away.
As if this wasn't horrific enough, Taj put forth an even more disturbing version of events. Predictably, he insisted he was not the shooter. The culprit he named was spine-chilling.
Who folds the seat down? 3-5, because he was on the side, so he hops out of the car, right? He get out of the car, flip the seat down, boom, hit her once. So he
Where did he shoot her?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't see exactly where he shot her at all. And then she's not dead yet, so Rob sees that and he shoots her to make sure she's dead. So Layla got one headshot and then Camille got two because she wasn't dead yet.
For once, Rob agreed with Taj, at least partially. Before his mom left the police station, he told this to the police.
It was 3-5 that did that. 3-5 tried to see and shot the girl and he shot her in the head. And Taj like, shoot her in the back, shoot her in the back. 3-5 tried the back seat and he shot the girl. She was still alive. He's like, finish her. So he shot it again.
3-5, police knew, was Chris's street name. Still, something wasn't quite right. After getting this far, the police were not willing to accept anything short of the full truth.
Now, Reaper, Rob, there's a lot of similarities that are overlapping here, but there's definitely a discrepancy that Rob told us about what happened to the person in the trunk.
They're trying to make him the shooter, right? That's what y'all leave out. I mean, be honest. Be honest. We being all being honest here. Just be honest. Is he the shooter? That's what they're saying. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is just say that. I mean, stop going around it.
I can tell you that he is not. You, Chris, are not being blamed for those people in the front seat.
In the back seat is what the trunk. It's the one that
we have some issues with the trunk.
I'm keeping it real about. It's be honest, baby. It's okay.
You're gonna do so much better. You're gonna do so much better.
You said I'm gonna keep it real. Yo, pull the seat up like, all right, tell us. Damn, yo. This is horrible. This whole situation is horrible. For everybody.
So much better once you talk about what
is. He said say it. He said everybody you do it, you gonna kill everybody I know.
So tell us what you did.
He said you gonna kill everybody I know. Yeah. Who made you do it? Who is it? Rob. Rob made you do it? Yeah. He said he gonna kill everybody you know. Well, who was the X-Man? I don't know who that is.
Now did you
just calm down?
Yet again, Rob said something different. Before his mom left the station, he had shared this information.
Taj made him kill the person or he was gonna kill 3-5.
Is that what he said? He told him
3-5, if you don't kill this girl, I'm gonna shoot you in your head.
Let's go on here. He said that he would kill everybody you know, and if you did fire a gun, tell me about what you did.
I think I shot the girl. I don't know where it was, but and then he came up and shot her too.
Okay.
Who? Rob.
Okay. So when you shot her, what gun did you use when you shot her?
The X-Men gave me the Scott.
If Chris used Taj's firearm, that would explain why they only found 2 weapons during the search warrant.
Can you please just hear me out? No, all work management platforms are the same.
That shit crazy.
Oh, which the detectives had addressed with Rob and his mom.
So that's my concern here is that you said that Taj was pretty much orchestrated this and was concerned that 3-5 would snitch on him. So he made him
3-5 do that.
But you saying that he was completely fine with you not taking any part of that?
Yes, for me, he just told me, if you snitch, I'm gonna kill you.
With his mom there, Rob insisted that he was innocent. Now that she was gone, though, the police hoped he might be more forthcoming.
I honestly don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. I know Taj, I've dealt with him, and I've dealt with you. And there's a reason I wanted to talk to you. Because I don't think you're that dude. I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. Taj, I don't know anything about 3-5. I never met him.
Now they playing with his emotions. Making them think that, you know, you're in good hands, man. I'm gonna make sure you're good. I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. You know, we're not gonna sentence you like that. You know, we're gonna give you a break because we don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. And he's sitting there, all attentive, all ears, believing this motherfucker that's lying off the skin of his teeth.
When the evidence says that you were there and that you shot someone, there is no explaining that.
Evidence is gonna tell you that I'm there, but all I can tell you is that I didn't shoot nobody.
Did you shoot Layla? No. Because I got information that somebody that was in the car had a thing for Layla, and he couldn't do it. So somebody else did it.
No.
Okay?
That's not true.
Your brother's talking. Is there any reason why he would be telling people that you shot one of those people if you didn't do it?
Police likely used this as a tactic to get Rob to talk and hopefully reveal the truth. Perhaps this was how Amy knew Camille was deceased before the detectives contacted her. In Chris's interrogation room, his mother struggled to come to terms with what he'd done.
You shot somebody that's dead. This is a homicide. This is 3 people. Man, this is something that's serious. You gonna kill my family. What I want
supposed to do?
That's why.
I understand. That's what I'm trying to say in front of me.
Chris, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Now listen to me. When you say that someone threatens your family and threatens you, I need to put it in the report. Take a deep breath.
Please tell me what am I supposed to do?
Chris's mom didn't have an answer to that. She asked one of the detectives if she could step out for a moment to compose herself.
Look, he know where I live, and he knows my whole family. He was gonna kill my whole family.
Are you talking about Reaper? Or are you talking about Stavo?
Reaper. He was gonna kill my.
Let's talk about X-Man real quick. I think you know who X is, and I think you're scared of him. Rightfully so.
They both said it was gonna kill my family.
Okay.
They both said that?
Did they ever point a gun at you or anything like that?
Yeah.
Who pointed the gun at you?
Yeah, X-Man. And he was like, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm gonna kill you. I'll kill you.
Rob also told the detectives that he and Chris were in serious danger at the time of the crime.
Let me tell you something about Taj. Taj tell you he's gonna do something, and you decide not to do it with him, then I probably would have died with this.
So were you afraid of Taj that night? Because
if I did not do what Taj wanted me to do, I would have died that night with them.
Taj is that bad a dude?
Bro,
Taj, on the other hand, claimed Rob always planned to let him take the blame.
If anything, if one of us go down to anything, Todd, it was you. You did it. Everything. You did it. Legit. You shot everybody in the car. It was not me. If he got caught up, then then he was gonna go find my mama. The whole night I did not have a gun.
Rob continued with his story, claiming that he only participated out of fear.
Did Taj tell you to put a gun to somebody?
But Taj told me he told me he gonna kill Sosa. He wanted me to shoot Layla, and then he wanted 3-5 to shoot the girl in the back. I told him I didn't want to do it. Told me if I didn't do it, he was gonna kill me.
You hold a gun to Layla's head?
Yeah, but I tried to shoot it, but it clicked. Like I tried to shoot, but it clicked. Like I didn't have it cocked back. I tried to shoot it and it clicked twice, so this time just did it itself. That's why I'm thinking because my gun wasn't coming back. Listen. Truthfully, I still don't mind. Like what I'm supposed to do, bro.
Okay. So how long before he actually pointed the gun, he told you to shoot Layla?
We was already in the car. Like he put it in his notes, showed me, and then deleted the note.
When was that in the night? How early? How much before?
That was like right before it happened.
Did you shoot that girl in the trunk?
In the trunk?
Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't there.
3-5 shot that girl in the trunk.
Still, the police suspected something was being left out.
Was she still moving after you shot her?
He said she was still breathing or something.
Who said that, X-Man or Rob?
Did you shoot the girl once or did you shoot her twice? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
I shot her once, and he shot her again.
Chris was talking about Rob. Thankfully, the police were finally getting somewhere with him, too.
You shot her once.
How many times you shoot her?
Once.
You shot her once? Where'd you shoot her?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. There ain't no question. There ain't no question where she was shot. You talk about one end to the other. Where'd you shoot her?
Just shot, bro. I seen her and I shot. Like, why? Because she was still alive. She was gonna snitch on us all. We was all gonna go to jail for life. I didn't want to do none of it. If I didn't kill that girl, Stavo was going to kill me. I swear to God. I'm looking at her in her eyes. She's dead.
Finally, the truth came out. Ballistics reports comparing shell cases found at the scene to the firearms found in Chris's house indicated a match. Whether or not there was a third shooter remained to be seen.
I did not want it to happen. I never wanted that to happen. Like, I never wanted to kill anybody. I never wanted to shoot anybody. I never wanted any of that to happen. I just wanted to get a little bit of money.
The detectives made one last effort with Taj.
And they already ended up there because of you guys' craziness.
No, not my craziness. It's not my craziness.
Were you going to rob them? And it was like, either you had to do what you had to do, or a finger slipped and it scared everybody in the car, and then it's too late at that point.
Yeah, I feel you, but
that makes more sense than the story.
They ain't really had no reason. It sounded they just wanted to kill somebody, man. They said it was robbery, but they ain't find no drugs or no gun. Yo, I say, yo, this is drill music, man. This is lack of parenting and drill music. That's what this was, man. Lack of parental guidance mixed with drill music. Cause this crime was senseless as a motherfucker. They was friends, man. They was friends.
You planned to kill these people. From the beginning of the night.
I didn't shoot no gun.
We talked to Rob and we talked to Chris for hours. For whatever reason, one of them was more afraid of bringing you into the middle of this than they were Rob. So for that story that Rob's this guy that's threatening everybody.
They was all robbing. They was all robbing, stealing cars and shit. All 6 of them.
hurt people. I just don't see that.
But Taj remained stalwart, insisting that he had never used a firearm that night. The detectives hoped that unpacking one final secret could be the key to determining the truth about his involvement. They turned back to Rob to accomplish this. Like Chris and his mom, Rob was also given a jacket to keep warm in the cold police station. But he used it in a less typical way. Even as he tried to get comfortable in the interrogation room, one of the detectives returned to unpack a final secret to try to pull the case together.
The KTM, what exactly, what is it that you guys do? What is it? Yeah, right. Like a gang? No. It's the first time we did something for it. So how many people like consider themselves a part of the KTM? Few of us, me, Gustavo, 55.
Rob's list went on, but he only had nicknames for most of the KTM members, not their real names.
Yeah.
Notably,
KTM.
Michael, Layla, and Camille were not included.
Star was the leader of.
Chris was somehow even less willing to give up the details of KTM.
What's the deal with the
drill
KTM
music.
thing?
What I tell you? Yeah, drill music, man. KTM. If that ain't no motherfucking drill music, ATK, TKA, or whatever the fuck them name. Drill music, man. Drill music is killing our youth, man. I keep telling people, yo, we need to find a way to ban that shit.
I know Reaper has the tattoo. What does it mean? Cutthroat? Cutthroat mentality, does that sound right? What exactly is that? Like just a made-up gang name, or things like that?
One of Michael's close friends eventually came forward, provided the police would keep his identity anonymous, and confirmed that KTM was indeed a gang. His description of their activities was chilling.
Their mentality is a mentality that they will do anything to you and not give.
Just to get the money?
Yes, just to get the money, just to get what they want, basically.
With that, the detectives had all the information they needed to move forward with the case. It had taken 8 hours each to get the truth from Rob and Chris. The detectives stepped out, leaving Ashley and Chris alone for a few moments.
Listen, Amy, listen. It's not over.
Yes, it is.
It's not over. It's not over. Instead of praying and hope that the gun that you shot her with wasn't murder.
Ashley also had some devastating news to deliver that was sure to upset him further.
You're gonna go to jail. That's what I leave him. So that's I got one. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be trying to figure out something. I'm trying to get out of this. When I get out of here, I'm trying to get you home.
Ashley had a warrant out for her arrest, and in order to be with her son while he was interrogated, turned herself in to police. She was charged with possession of cocaine and methamphetamine and taken to county jail. Chris, Rob, and Taj were all taken to juvenile detention, and on May 15, 2023, a grand jury indicted all three boys. Preparations began to take the case.
So she's selling that bitch. Coached her son to snitch. Meanwhile, she got a motherfucking warrant. They locked her ass up too. Gee, we Christmas, y'all. Yo, we gotta do better, y'all. Yo, we gotta do better, man. For real. Like, yo, that is crazy. I didn't even know that. We gotta figure out a way, yo, to get black men and black women on the same page, man. You know, because it's an agenda being pushed, and it has been being pushed for so many years now to keep us separated, and you see why. You know what I mean? This is the reason why. My bad. This is the reason why right here. as long as they can keep black men and black women bickering, they can continue this. You know what I mean? Look at these boys, man. Young as a bitch. Life over. 12, 17, and what? 18. Lives over, man. Way before it even fucking started. That's just sad for real. And they use them women. They used them women to do it. That's what they did. They used the women and the manipulation tactics, and the thinking that the system got the best interest at heart for your children to do it. Shit crazy. Yo, but it's late, y'all. Y'all know I gotta work tomorrow. Time is probably 3 o'clock, 3:12. Man, make sure y'all share the live. Remember, yo, we gotta share the live. Share it to your social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, TikTok, if you can. Instagram stories. This child is not a cold-blooded killer. He thought Rob would kill him if he didn't shoot the girl in the trunk while he was still alive. He got caught up. Yeah, but they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. that's the thing about it. Like, even if that is the truth, they don't care. Like, if they only here to solve cases, man. You know what I mean? And in this situation where you got 3 white kids murdered, yo, ain't want nobody getting no breaks. It was no breaks being given at all. Like, it don't matter what they told him. And they told him everything. Yo, they told him everything and still caught life in prison. Only reason the 12-year-old didn't get life is because he was so young. If he was 15, they'd give him life too. Dang. That shit crazy. Now make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that like button, y'all. This shit fucked up for real. It's another day. Keep it your news. And I'm out.